What is up, players? It's Warboss Tay up in his mug. Today we're looking at the special guest Gipi set for Zombicide Black Plague. It's from the artist Gianni Pacinotti. I'm sorry if I massacred that name. My Italian isn't as up to snuff as I would like it to be, but uh, regardless, these figures look terrific, and I can't wait to get into them. Just wanted to show you something a little bit different from the usual 40K and Forge World stuff on my website. Hope you like it. Stay tuned for more videos, and I got another special guest box unboxing coming up. So I hope you like the video. If you'd like to support me, then check me out on Patreon and join the Google community as well, and Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. I'll put the details in the description. Hope you like the unboxing, and we'll see you in the next video. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is show you these miniatures. In the box you also get the sealed pack of cards. I'm not really going to touch these because these don't have anything to do with the painting part of this project. The artwork looks great, and it's got all the rules on it for using these 4 miniatures in your games of Zombicide Black Plague. The first miniature we're going to look at, and I know the names of these because they are written onto the back of the box. And the first one is called Celia La Santa, and I think she's also the one that's on the cover. It's kind of a very wild looking woman. And there's no really background on the back of the box. They just have the names of them. So I'm not sure if their background is included in some other form or medium, but just by looking at the figure we can see that she's a very wild, fanatical looking woman. She's got zombie heads hanging from her waist. She's armed with this curved sword. I think this is, can't tell if it's plastic or resin. It feels very much like one of those old Hero Quest figures. It doesn't feel like a solid plastic miniature like a Games Workshop plastic, but it doesn't feel like a softer resin either. I'm not sure what these are. It doesn't say either. It just says it's a miniature. And yeah, the detail on the neck looks really great because you could see all the stress and the I guess the kind of sunkenness of her neck and her throat. You can see all of the ripples and the folds of cloth. I really like that. Anytime I can see the way that an artist has sculpted cloth and the way that it sticks and clings to a body, I think that's really cool. There are some mold lines that I'm gonna need to scrape away. I also like the the crazy leather belts strapped around the forearm there. And there's nothing really else I can tell about the figure. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zombie heads hanging from her waist. They look like they're all still alive and moaning and groaning. Bare feet. Yeah, and I like the detail in the hair too. The hair looks very wild and unkempt. So that's her. And then let's take a look at Donna Carlotta. Oh, Donna Carlotta is this one. And she's this very big, busty woman with leather, studded leather hanging from her belt there. It looks like chainmail, some leather armor maybe. Let's see if I can kind of look at the character art here on the side of the box. And yeah, she's got a very grumpy expression, dour expression. She's got a dagger tucked into her waist there, but she's holding 2 hammers. And I think that's really great. I thought when I first looked at her that she was going to be like a nun character, like that was a habit around her head, but it's really just her hair. So she looks just like a very angry, big, hefty woman there. And I thought she was like, that's her mouth open, like she's screaming just like Celia, but she's actually just making a very deep frown, which I think is terrific. Those are frown lines on the side of her mouth. Her mouth is actually closed. Yeah, very, very cool. I like the set of her eyebrows. It's a very, very interesting figure. Next is the Little Prince. No idea what this guy's story is, but he looks terrific, very hunched over and very scrawny. His limbs look very, very frail, and he just looks like a very weak, vulnerable, scrawny figure. It's interesting that even though he's scrawny, he kind of reminds me of like a goblin from Warhammer in that their limbs are very spindly, but they also have a little bit of paunch. And this guy's got some love handles here, and he's got a little bit of a beer gut, but his features look very, very scrawny, drawn, and there's like no muscle to any of his limbs. Very cool. He's got shoulder pads, and these look like leather gauntlets maybe, and cloth pants. I'm kind of referring to the character art here. I liked his kind of bulbous hooked nose, kind of hangs over his face, and he's got a little bit of an overbite. Not sure if you can see that. Very artistic. All of these characters look very, very cool. The last guy's name is Pippi Knoll, and he's he's just very weird and cartoony looking. He's got a very obvious beer gut, and even though he's tall, he's kind of tending towards a little bit of flabbiness. And I think he's wearing pants. Can't really tell. But he's got, his character art shows that he's got like hair all over his body, and that's going to be kind of interesting to attempt to draw. Nope, those aren't pants. That's his legs. And so those are his butt cheeks hanging out the back. Gross. But skulls hanging off the front, looks like. Some body armor. Very weird. Very, very, very weird. But definitely not your standard heroic types. And that's kind of what I like about this Zombicide Black Plague, in that the characters are not your average. They don't fit your archetypes of what a dungeon-going team of adventurers would be like. They all look very different, they all look very individual, and they all have a very cool style to them. So this is Zombicide Black Plague, the special character or special guest box for Gipi, Gipi's own character designs for Zombicide. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.